Name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you will be fine and enjoying your good health. And I hope you guys are taking precautions to avoid coronavirus. Let's start our English lesson. Today we are going to start Broadway English for class 2 and our chapter number is 7. But before starting our chapter, let us learn about some sour fruits. First fruit tree on your screen is orange fruit tree. Moving towards next fruit, that is red tart cherries, and they also grow on a tree and their taste is very sour. The third picture on your screen is of grapefruit tree, and grapefruits are available in markets in different color, red, orange and yellow as well. And you have also seen grapefruit tree in your school as well. Moving towards next picture, and I hope you are familiar with this picture. It's of lemon. Yes, and lemon grows on a plant. They did not grows on trees. Okay, so the next picture on your screen is of tamarind, and tamarind also grows on a tree. Let me show you tamarind tree. So here is picture of tamarind tree. Kids, did you know this thing that tamarind is also a fruit? Yes, it is. And we also use tamarind in different varieties like tamarind sauce, as you can see in this picture, and all the fruits about which we have discussed earlier are highly rich in vitamin C. So there is another important factor that I want to tell you about vitamin C is vitamin C is good for our health, and it is very important in boosting up your immune system. And now, as you know, coronavirus is at peak, so to increase your immunity, we have to take enough amount of vitamin C in our food daily. Okay kids, so let's start our chapter number 7, and chapter name is Dr. Nadeem. Before moving towards chapter reading, let's do the starter first. Let's start the chapter on page number 68. So let's start with the starter. Draw a circle around the tamarind tree. Can you name the other trees? Are there any tamarind trees growing near your house? Underline each tree. Write its name in English. Tell me which tree look like a tamarind tree. Does this tree look like a tamarind tree? Or this one? Or this one? So answer is the first tree is tamarind tree, and we have to circle around it, and we have to write the names of other trees as well. So let's start with the tamarind tree. Tamarind. It's a tamarind tree, and its fruit is very sour and we love to eat it. Okay, so the next tree on your screen is banyan tree. It's called banyan tree. B-A-N-Y-A-N. Banyan tree. Yes, it's pronounced as banyan tree. Okay, so the next tree on your screen is, as you see a little bit fruit over here, that is coconuts. It's coconut tree. C-O-C-O-N-U-T. Coconut tree. Okay, so these are three trees. So let's read the story. Dr. Nadeem is a tree doctor. When a tree in the village is sick, the villagers call Dr. Nadeem. In these lines, it is being told that Dr. Nadeem is a tree doctor by profession. When a tree in the village is sick, sick means not feeling well or fell ill, the villagers mean the people who live in the village, call Dr. Nadeem for help. Tree doctors take care of trees. As you can see in this picture, a doctor is taking care of a tree. Now kids, move towards next page, that is page number 69. A big tamarind tree in the center of the village is sick. The villagers run to the doctor. Doctor, please come and look at our tree. They say it looks very ill. He takes his little bag, gets on his bicycle and goes over to look at the tree. In this paragraph, it is being discussed that a big tamarind tree in the center of village fell ill. The villagers run towards Dr. Nadeem and ask him to help. So, what did Dr. Nadeem do? He takes his little bag and gets on his bicycle and ride his bicycle and goes to look over at the tree. Moving toward next paragraph. Well, my fine fellow, he says to the tree, what's wrong with you? The branches of the tree creak. A yellow leaf fell down. Dr. Nadeem looks at the roots of the tree. He looks at the branches of the tree. He looks at the trunk of the tree. There is a hole in the trunk. He looks inside it. Ah, he says, I know what's wrong. In this paragraph, it is being discussed that at that time, how was tree feeling? The tree was feeling very sick. Even tree's branches were making creak sound. Creak sound is a sound like when a door is not opening properly and it make a sound, that is called creak sound. And all the leaves of the trees turned into yellow and they were falling down. Dr. Nadeem even examined the roots of the trees and he examined the branches of the tree and he also looked at the trunk of the tree and there was a hole in it. As you can see in this picture, there is a hole in the trunk and Dr. Nadeem says, yes, I know what's wrong with this tree. Moving towards page number 79. He puts his hand into the hole. He pulls out a big fat worm. He says this worm was eating the heart of the tree. That's why it was sick. Now it's going to get better. In this paragraph, it is being discussed that when Dr. Nadeem put his hand into the hole that was present on trunk, he take out a big fat worm. As you can see in this picture as well, that this worm was eating the heart of the tree, said Dr. Nadeem. So Dr. Nadeem said that this worm is responsible for making this tree sick. Okay, so let me tell you what is worm. Worm, a long thin creature that you sometimes find inside fruits or vegetables. Like when you eat apple or most of the time when you buy spinach, you can see worms in it. And if the food is if the fruit is rotten, then you can see worms in it as well. You can see a big fat worm in this picture as well. Moving towards next line. Thank you, doctor, say the villagers. I have already told you who are villagers. The people who lived in the village are called villagers. So all the villagers say thank you to Dr. Nadeem for his help. Thank you, doctor, say the birds that live in the tree. So all the birds also say thank you to Dr. Nadeem. The tamarind tree waves its branches in the air as the doctor rides away. Okay, this was also an expression of gratitude from the tamarind tree. In these last lines, it is being discussed that all the villagers say thank you to Dr. Nadeem for his help, and the birds who lives at the tamarind tree, they also say thank you to Dr. Nadeem, and even the tamarind tree waves its branches to say thank you to Dr. Nadeem. I hope all the points are clear to you kids. Thank you. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.